Welcome back, learners. Now let's wrap up our lesson. We're going to go over what we've been going through in this entire lesson. We firstly looked at the particle model of matter, and within that we were looking at the properties of solids, liquids, and gases. We further went on to look at the behavior of the particles when we are either adding or removing energy. And then lastly, we looked at diffusion, whereby we're looking at the rate of the diffusion and the factors which were affecting the rate of diffusion. And throughout the lesson, there were certain words that we kept on throwing in here and there. The words such as diffusion, matter, and particles. And then I hope that you are taking note of what those words mean, and we can simply now apply them, talk to your teacher about them. Whenever they're asking about diffusion, you can be in a position to better understand and explain to others what diffusion is. So what's important to remember about this entire lesson is that the particles do not expand. However, the particles, they move away from each other. Number two, the speed of the particles does not change if the temperature or the energy does not change. Number three, the particles in a gas have very large spaces between them, so the particles can be squashed closer together, meaning that the gas can easily be compressed to take up a smaller volume. And the last thing that is important to note is that the temperature, it is a measure of the kinetic energy when we're talking about particles. Right? I've answered a lot of questions. Now I'm going to give you an opportunity to answer again your own question. And the question that I have for you is, what happens to the mass of a substance when a change of state occurs? So what happens to the mass of the substance when there's a phase change of a particular substance? Now with that said, we have reached the end of our lesson. I hope we had as much fun as I did. I'll see you next time. Cheers.